trapped between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea. Then God did the impossible. They weren't warriors. They didn't have weapons, chariots, or trained soldiers. They were former slaves, men with scarred backs, women clutching children, elders leaning on staffs, walking on borrowed strength. And now they were trapped. Behind them, Pharaoh's army, iron chariots, hardened soldiers, the most powerful military force on earth. Before them, the Red Sea, deep, wide, merciless. No bridges, no boats, no escape, only sand beneath their feet, and death closing in from both sides. This was Israel's breaking point, the long night of fear. Just days earlier, they had walked out of Egypt in disbelief. 400 years of slavery had ended in a single night. Chains fell, doors opened, the unthinkable happened. Pharaoh himself had said, "Go." They left with borrowed gold, borrowed hope, and trembling faith, following a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. God himself was leading them. But freedom had barely begun when regret seized Pharaoh's heart. "What have we done?" he said. "We have let our slaves go." And with that, Egypt thundered to life. 600 chosen chariots, horsemen, soldiers, dust clouds rising like a storm. The ground shook, and Israel saw them. Panic sets in. As the sound of hooves echoed closer, terror spread through the camp. Children cried. Mothers clutched their sons. Men looked behind them, then ahead, then back again. The sea didn't move. The army didn't slow. And suddenly, faith gave way to fear. They turned on Moses. "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us out here to die? We told you. It would have been better to serve Pharaoh than die in the wilderness." This is always how fear speaks. It rewrites yesterday and poisons tomorrow. They couldn't see deliverance, so they assumed destruction. The worst place to be. This wasn't just danger. This was no-option danger. Forward meant drowning. Backward meant slaughter. They were trapped between what they feared and what they didn't understand. And that's when Moses spoke, not with panic, not with rage, but with a calm that didn't make sense. "Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." Behind him, chaos. Before him, water. Above him, silence. Then God answered, the command that made no sense. The Lord said to Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to move forward. Forward into the sea." Then God gave Moses a strange instruction. "Lift up your staff. Stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it." No chance. No rituals. No army backup. Just obedience. Moses raised the staff, and the impossible began. When heaven moved, the wind came first. Not a breeze, not a gust. A violent, roaring wind, howling through the night. The waters trembled. The sea pulled back. Walls of water rose on the left and on the right. And suddenly, where death had waited, there was dry ground. The sea had split, walking through what should have killed them. Silence fell. Then a step. Then another. Parents led children forward. The elderly followed. An entire nation walked through the sea. Fish darted behind walls of water. The moon reflected off liquid towers held back by nothing but God's command. This wasn't just escape. This was humiliation of fear. The thing meant to destroy them became their path to freedom. Pharaoh saw it, and pride made him blind. "Go after them," he ordered. The same sea that protected Israel opened for Egypt. Chariots rolled in. Horses charged forward. But the ground turned against them. Wheels jammed. Axles broke. Panic replaced confidence. Too late, they realized. The Lord is fighting for Israel, against us. God spoke again. "Stretch out your hand." Moses obeyed, and the walls of water collapsed. The sea returned to its place. By morning, the shore was silent. No army, no chariots, no Pharaoh. What chased them was gone, when fear turned into praise. Israel stood on the far shore, watching waves erase their terror. And for the first time, they understood. God didn't bring them there to kill them. He brought them there to show them who he was. They sang. They danced. They remembered. The Red Sea became more than a miracle. It became a testimony. Sometimes God leads you to a place with no exits, so you'll stop trusting your strength. Sometimes he lets fear chase you, so you'll see it drown. And sometimes the thing in front of you that looks like the end is the very path he'll use to deliver you. You may feel trapped right now, between what's chasing you and what you can't cross. But the God who split the sea hasn't changed, and the impossible still knows his name. Fear said it was over. Faith walked forward anyway. What would you have done Run back, or step into the sea.
Backhand index pointing down, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread the message of hope and faith.